So, everybody, welcome to 5 Minute Friday, where I talk about 5 things in 5 minutes. This is also day 11 of VLOGMAS, so welcome from that. It's also a special holiday episode, so we are going to consider 5 things to remember when you're out to eat for the holidays. So let's get started. Alright, topic number 1 is ordering. 3, 2, 1. I am not a mind reader. If you have an allergy, if there's something you don't eat, if there's something you don't like, tell me. I won't know until you tell me. I've had people not tell me they had an allergy, order something for the table, and when something comes, they eat it, and they're like, I have this allergy, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me? There was no conversation about your apparently life-threatening allergy that causes your throat to close up that you're not telling me about. How am I supposed to fix it? If you don't like something, don't get 2/3 the way through and be like, yeah, I didn't really like it. I asked you how you liked it. You said you did. You didn't tell me you didn't, and you kept drinking it. I can no longer fix it for you. You got 3/4 way through tough cookies. You don't like your food? Tell me while I can still change it. If something's not cooked properly, if it's not the way you wanted, let me know when I can fix it, so I can fix it for you. I want you to enjoy the food and drink that is in front of you. And if you don't tell me, how the hell am I gonna fix it? I don't know. Alright, topic number 2 is public spaces. A restaurant is a public space, so please be considerate of the other patrons around you. That means, please use the coat check. It's not a way for me to get money out of you. Although I do recommend you tip your coat check people. It's because your coats are big and fluffy in the winter, and they're in the way. I don't want a guest walking by your table to spill wine on your beautiful white coat, because I've seen it happen. It's not a good look for anybody. I don't want someone to trip on your coat, or scuff your coat, or slide on your scarf and knock something over and break something because you insisted on having your coat around you. Also, it makes things cramped because your coats, again, are big. Put your coats away. Be considerate of the other tables around you. Mind your conversations. I've walked into some weird ones, and I don't care, but the people next to you might. Just be aware. Same thing goes for volume. It gets loud in a restaurant. If that's a problem, don't go during peak busy hours. If you don't want a loud restaurant, do not go out on a Saturday night between 6 and 8 p.m. You will hate it. Everything will be loud. Be aware. Topic number 3 is know your restaurant. If you're a vegan, don't go to a restaurant that primarily has meat. Or, a restaurant filled with cheese if you're lactose intolerant. There is Google. There are menus outside of a restaurant. I understand if you don't know how to time and some know you went. Plenty of people have ended up at restaurants where they're like, I don't eat this, I get it. But I've had people get angry at me because they come to a cheese restaurant and there aren't a lot of dairy-free options. I don't know if you understand how this works, but that's why there's Google. And there's a menu listed everywhere. If you're not sure, call ahead. I don't even need to talk a lot on this one. It's just simple, straightforward things. If I want something or if I can't have something, I'm looking ahead, especially if it's an important dietary issue that I'm dealing with. Now, actually, believe it or not, there are dairy-free options at my cheese restaurant. There are also some vegan options, but there's not a lot. Vegetarian, fair bit. Know the restaurant before you go. Saves you heartache. Topic number 4 is you and your server. I would like to make your restaurant experience happy, but you gotta work with me here. Number 1, don't insult my tables to my face. I've had a table insult another table. So table A insulted table B. Table B was a better tipper, nicer, more considerate of the fact that you kept invading their space with your massive party, and just a general awesome table. And they tipped me really well, and they were wonderful people, and I would love to have them back. You, on the other hand, were rude, inconsiderate to my hostess, inconsiderate to me, inconsiderate to every single table around you. Not only were you rude about my other table, you also didn't tip me very well and acted like you were the greatest gift to God I've ever had. You're not. Be considerate of your other tables. Be considerate of me. I want your experience to be awesome, but you need to work with me on food, on drinks, whatever. I'm asking you how you like something because I want to make it better if it's not. I want to know that you actually do enjoy it. If you don't, if there's something that I could actually fix about it, that's fine. It's just not your preference, or it's not quite what you were wanting it to be like. I mean, there's only so much I can do about that, unless you want it fixed. Work with me. All right, we're coming down to question number 5. And question number 5 is, Kristen, if restaurants are so horrible, why do you keep working at them? That's a good question, Perry. I actually really like serving. Believe it or not, it's not my first choice job. Duh. Actually, but for some people, it is. Some people really like working in the restaurant industry. I actually don't mind it on a concept. Money's pretty good, generally speaking. People are nice on the whole. And if you work at a really good restaurant, it can be a really rewarding, fun environment. I learned so much more about cheese than I ever thought I would learn in my life. I learned we have a lot more types of domestic wine than I ever would have tried in my life, because that's what I do. And I enjoy that. I enjoy learning about cuisine and food and wine and all those types of things. And I like giving good service. I like sharing fun times with you. I like introducing you to cheese or cuisine or whatever that you might have never tried. When someone's like, I never would have had this blue cheese, but it's really great with this. I love it. That makes me happy. When you try one that you're like, I'm not normally a fan of this, but this was really great. I'm glad you suggested it. That makes me happy. I like working with you. I like when you're happy and in the mood to have a good time and enjoy yourselves and just share that with me. That makes me happy. The part that doesn't make me happy is when you come in grumpy or miserable. That's when I don't like my job. I actually like my job, believe it or not. So everybody, that was 5 Minute Friday. 5 things, 5 minutes. So glad you could join me today on this lovely Friday afternoon. If you are going out for the holidays, be sure to tip your waiters and waitresses, servers, whatever you call them, wherever you are. Be sure to tip them well. Be sure to have a good time. Be considerate of the people around you. And just enjoy good food and good family and good friends. It's the holidays. Things are stressful enough as is. Food shouldn't be one of those things. I will see you later. Say goodbye, Perry. Bye. Penguin high five. My day's better than yours. I have a penguin.